Hi everyone, it's Shelly with Life Creates Art, and I am so glad you're here. This is a really exciting day because I am going to show you some palette work. Now, palette knife work. Here are a couple of paintings that I did, and I did a bear, a grizzly bear, for a scholarship fund for my old high school. And this was done almost completely with a palette knife. And then this is another one I did. It's a Frida. And again, it was almost done completely with a palette knife. These are the only ones that I've done with palette work. But I want to let you know that if you've never done work with a palette knife, that's okay, because these are the only two things that I've done, and I had to just jump in with both feet and just say, I'm gonna do it. And there's a lot of things in life, don't you find, that if we don't just jump in and do it, we are never going to know whether we like it or whether we can do it or not. It's kind of like going to work out or something like that. You never are going to know whether you really can get into it and really like it unless you just go take that first step. Or even with art, you never really know that you're going to like it unless you just start, take that first step and do it and try it. So what we're going to do is I'm going to do something actually with a palette knife that I have never done before. I'm gonna try a different way of using my palette knife. I'm gonna put the paints directly on the canvas and just kind of try to make tree leaves with it. We're gonna make some trees here, and this is something I've never done before. I don't know if it's gonna work out, but that's okay. I'm cool being vulnerable in front of you because I want to encourage you to try new things too. And so I'm okay with being vulnerable with you, because if I don't take this step, then I'm never gonna know. And if you don't take this step, then you're never gonna know either. And I want you to be brave, and I want you to be bold in your life with all things, not just art, but with all things in your life. You're never gonna know whether you can enjoy things or whether you're going to be good at something unless you try and unless you take that first step. If you want to write a book, you've got to start. You've got to take that first step, even if it's a baby step. So let's get started. So here I am, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little bit of a base coat towards the back, just so I have a little bit of a background, and I've got some light colors here, and just going to really quickly put that on. I'm not going to take too much time because I really want to get started here, and I don't want it to be too thick. So I'm just going to do it really lightly. Adding some water to that. And then as I add a little bit of water, I'm adding a little bit of contrast down here as I get lower. And I can mess with this more later. And then I'm going to bring in some brown here down towards the bottom. Now again, this is something I can mess with later. I don't have to have this perfect right now. But I want to just sort of establish the brown. It's not really, this is not my main concern right now because we're really working on the palette work up here, and that's what my main focus is with you right now. So let's get started. So I've got all these really fun colors, and I don't know which one to start with because I'm so excited about this. Again, we're trying something new. I've got my canvas on my easel leaned back a little bit, And so what I'm going to do is, normally I would just have this laying flat, but I'm going to, oh, see, look at that. It's dripping a little bit, but that's okay. So we know now that we should probably have this laying flat to do this. And that's fine. We have fun and we learn from everything that we do. Oh, that's a lot of paint. All right, so a little bit less paint. And I'd like to try this orange next. All right, I'm doing that. What next? Maybe some yellow? See, you learn with everything that you do. Any mistakes that you make, actually, I'm writing a book right now, and it's going to be released at my event on March 6th. And it will also be available on Amazon. And I talk a lot about going through things, and when you go through things, how you learn from any mistakes or any trauma or anything that you go through in life, how you learn if you choose to. If you choose not to learn and just harbor those things, then that's up to you. But everything that you go through has a possibility for you to grow and learn. So with this, we are learning. It's probably best to have this on a flat surface. I can't open this. Oh, there we go. A little bit of green. Can't see if it's coming out. There it is. There we go. Ooh, goopy. All right, I'm gonna throw in a little bit of white here. I'm actually going to use my palette knife for this white. Scoop it on there. There we go. Now, I want to use my purple, but my purple had a little bit of a problem and it got a hole up here. So I'm doing this very carefully, because when I tried to squeeze it out before, I got, uh-oh, danger, danger, Will Robinson. Well, look at that. We've got some purple drainage. All right, we can deal with that. That's no problem. This is acrylic. We just paint over it. And so when something like this happens, when you have something dark, but you have a light surface, well, here we're going to be drawing tree stumps anyway. So we can either have our tree stump there, or if it's something dark and you can't cover it with just that paint, use some white and cover it first. Wait for it to dry. Use some white and then wait for that to dry, and then cover it with your lighter color. All right, so let's continue. Let's go over here, and I'm going to use some red. And oh, I love this color. I love, love, love this color. It's this one right here. I'm going to use that over here. And look at our blue, how it's kind of gooping down. And that's all right. We may add more colors. I thought I had too many colors, but it looks like I'm doing okay here. We need to get some more on here. Ooh, did I forget this one? Oh, the bright aqua. This is fun. I mean, this is a lot of fun. Just putting these on here is super fun, seeing all these little dots. And some pink. And I don't know what we're going to come up with, but We will find out and see what we've got here. In a second, I'm going to get started with my palette knife. Let's see, did I use that light blue? I don't think I did. I'm going to add that in. Ooh, look at that. I'm going to add some of that over here. This is the dark blue. All right. Get some of this light blue in here too. Ooh. Oh, that's going to be goopy. That's going to be goopy. Goopy, goopy. Goopy, goopy. All right. Let's have some fun. I have a small palette knife here. Got some purple on it. And I have my bigger palette knife. So I'm just going to get started and let's see what we've got here. Woohoo! Spread that way. And you want to go at different angles. And you want to pull the colors together. You see that? How nice that is? Pulling the colors together. Keep in mind, I'm trying to make this look like a tree. Now I added a lot of paint here, so I've got lots of excess. Now see how nicely that blends together? And we're trying to shape this almost like the leaves. Might be nice if I used, I'm going to add a little bit of white in here. Oh, look at that. That's really nice. Probably can pull some more of the colors in. For example, I'm going to stop here and I'm going to add a little bit of this pink. And clean off my palette knife and I'm going to try to pull some of that in. This is really fun. I hope you guys try this. I hope you experiment with this and it makes a really nice texture on your paintings. These are kind of big leaves, aren't they? And I have a lot of excess paint here. I'm going to wipe some of it off, but I'm going to, maybe I'll switch in a second. I was going to switch to the smaller palette knife, but I think I'll do that in a second. I'm going to get some of these big swipes done and then I will switch over. All right. See if I can grab some white here. Just going to put it on my napkin. And then I'm going to switch over to the smaller palette knife, and I'm just going to come in and add a little bit of white in through some of this areas. And probably going to try to brighten this up a little bit with some lime green too. Got a little dark up in these areas. Okay, and you can just do that. You can just kind of see some areas that need to be brightened up a little bit and just pull in some of that color. Maybe some more orange. To use your eye. Now, if you overdo, sometimes you lose that really authentic swiping that you have in the beginning, so be careful. But the great thing is that you can do this again. That's the beauty of it, and you are trying this out. And you can do it again. Sometimes you don't get it on the first time when you're trying something new, and you have to try it again. And that's okay. Sometimes it's good to add in a little whimsy to it here. Well, be careful in the combination of your colors, like right there. I just made brown, and I didn't necessarily want to. So again, I think this is pretty neat. I really like it. I don't know about you, but I really like it. So let's continue and add. Now, I am the messiest painter, I'll tell you. I'm going to continue and I'm going to add some of the tree trunks. I'm just going to use the paint that I have, and I'm going to combine some black with it, make sort of a brownish black. And I am going to, probably should use a different brush. Dang it. I wanted them to be a little bit thinner. And I'm kind of at an angle here, so it's a little difficult for me to. So I'm covering up that purple that was there. Go. And then let's pick this one. Looks like it's more in the background. I love this. This is awesome. So don't forget, you need to just stretch yourself a little bit. Try new things and keep stretching. Keep searching in life and in art. When you try art, when you keep stretching yourself, then you grow in your life. You will never ever be bored. And doing 10 minutes a day of something creative, just 10 minutes. It doesn't matter if it's reading or writing or scrapbooking or crafting. It doesn't matter what it is, just something creative. 10 minutes singing. It lightens your mood and it lowers your stress levels. And so I definitely recommend that you find something creative to do every single day. Because I want my stress levels lowered. I don't know about you. All right. So I should have done this blue in the back. So that's a mistake. I'm learning from my mistakes here. So I should have carried the blue all the way up, because what I thought I was going to do was do the palette all the way up. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to finish these tree stumps down here and finish the base. What I'm going to do is I'm going to finish the top, and I will show you guys my results in the end. Okay, see you in a minute. Okay, so here is, I don't know if you caught that, but there was a little spot there, and it was a wet spot of purple. So I had to cover it with some white, and what I did was I carried that white over to these sections. And once that dries, then I will be able to kind of cover it over with some of the light blue. The reason I carried it over into these sections was because I just wanted it to not look like I had a spot just there. I wanted it to look like it was on purpose in case some of that light blue showed through. And so I'm going to wait a few minutes and then I'm going to finish that up and we'll be done. And look at my hands. It got worse. So next time you see this, it'll be done. Okay, everyone, I fixed it. So I had a lot of fun with this, and I hope if you try it that you have a lot of fun too. Do not be afraid to step out and do things in life, and do not be afraid to get a little messy. Sometimes you just gotta have fun and let it roll off your back like water up a duck. This washes off. And remember, some things in life, you just got to have a new perspective and look at it from the bright side. And so this is a lot of fun, and I'm actually going to sell this at my event. I'm going to write affirmations all over it and let it bless people and their lives. And so I hope this is something that is great for you. You just reach out and stretch. So have fun. Leave any comments below, please. Let me know if you're enjoying my videos, and don't forget to like and subscribe. And here's Sheldon the cat. He's here to say hello. Sheldon, would you like to say hello? No? Okay. Anyway, I love you all, and thank you so much. And you have a wonderful and bright and beautiful day. This is Shelly signing out. Thanks so much. See you next week. Bye.